Blind Adam.
7 notifications. Instagram. Now. New follower. Sandra Media. Median person. Speech off.
Yay, we got a new follower on the Instagram.
Live 0. Clickable 0.
Awesome sauce. Hello, everybody. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I'm your mentally undeveloped party host, Blind Adam Wonders, the comic pimp. Want to give a shout out to the official pizzeria of Awesome Sauce Radio. That would be DeMarco's Pizza. 1230 1926 Union Valley Road, Newton, Jersey, 07421 973 728 1344. DeMarco'sPizza.com. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. You mentioned Blind Adam and or Awesome Sauce Radio. Get yourself a free order of garlic nuts. They're an amazing place. They're great food. A great place to bring a date. And DeMarco's Pizza, 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey, 07421 973 728 1344. Tell them Blind Adam sent you, man. It's just a Thursday night. Just chilling for a little bit. Want to smash my parents' Nokia phone in the house. It's for a phone that nobody uses. It goes off a lot with all the tall market scumbags. Yeah, tell marketers are scumbags. I said it. Self-soliciting pig fucking scumbags. Think that they're special. Would you like to get some life insurance? I know that most of them are but you know what? This is where karma's going to bite them in the ass. All you telemarketing, self-soliciting pig fuckers are being replaced with AI. And I say, I'm glad to see you all go old Yella style. Cast a fry. But, as you know from last night's episode, saw Superman. And what Superman was fucking awesome. I think I have some Pepsi. Some Pepsi child. That's the 5 O's. Fuck the police. Great song by NWA. But yeah, someone must be having an accident or something. Nope, nothing serious. But Superman was awesome. Gonna probably go see it a second time between tomorrow and Tuesday. And this is the first time in a long while that I want to see a movie a second time in the theater. It was just that fucking amazing. But I would, before I get to the 3 main things I really loved, and I rank my top 5 Supermans, and ask the important questions, like how does Superman get a blowjob? I mean, how does that work, man? We need important questions. Like if Superman puts it in that sweet Lois Lane, sweet poontang, won't that just kill her? They have to use like a red sunroom, kryptonite condoms. It's not even explained that well in the infamous or famous Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex thing, which explains the science behind of how them having sex would just kill Lois, which was actually illustrated by Kurt Swan in an issue of Penthouse Comics. I think it's Penthouse Comics number 5. But great stuff, yo. And I'm gonna say this: if you don't like the political view I'm about to spew, do me a fucking favor and to have nothing to do, because this isn't Blind Adam talking right now, this is Adam Anthony talking. So what's about to come out of my mouth does not represent the real Blind Adam, Awesome Sauce Radio. or fanboy delights, or cosplay companions in any way, shape, or form. The views that are about to come out of my mouth are the views of the host and the host alone, the host being Adam M. Anthony, and not Blind Adam Wonders, the comic panel. Now that the disclosure's out of the way, oh my god, you maggot motherfuckers. Can you all go get some lives, please? You're saying that Superman is not an immigrant story, and it doesn't talk about, the beauty of properly being an immigrant in this country and being able to do good and make good. You are some of the stupidest, most ignorant motherfuckers, you red state cocksuckers on the planet. And this is why I think America is dead. This is why I think we're headed towards a civil war.
Complimentary.
Because fuck you.
Post a comment out of it. Graphic at clickable. Share your list with button comment. Button show comment on state.
If I don't get to the comments and you think I'm ignoring you, I apologize. But our economy is in the toilet. We're paying $20 for a fucking dozen eggs. Inflation is through the roof. Homelessness and lost jobs are at a high. The dollar just lost 9%. World War III can happen any fucking day. But, a movie based on one of the greatest fictional and most inspirational characters, it's better. That's even better than Jesus Christ, by the way. Yeah, that's right. I pray on the Bible of Superman. If you don't like that, you can all go fuck yourselves. Recognize. But Superman is an immigrant. His rocket ship lands in Kansas. He's raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent. They raised him to be a good, decent human being. And he represents everything in America. It is truth, justice, and the American way. From the George Reeves TV show and to 2006. And that's when this country started going to hell, by the way, around 2006, 2007. A little bit. When we all have started bending the knee just a tiny tad. Because Superman was truth, justice, all that stuff. I believe it's the direct quote from Superman Returns.
Post a comment out of it. Graphic at clickable. Share your list with button comment to show it on screen.
Fuck you and your comments too. And fuck all the red states. Fuck Fox News. Fuck Dean Cain. You played Superman from 1993 to 1997. Yeah, and you were a decent Superman at Clark Kent. I mean, you weren't Henry Cavill, for crying out loud. He was probably the worst Superman of all time. I said it. Fuck the Snyderverse. Not totally his fault that Zack Snyder can't direct his dick out of a hefty bag, let along a movie. I said it. But can we please just calm down? We're trying to pick apart every little thing. And yes, do I agree think that the immigration policies in America should improve a little bit, but we're all immigrants. We're all descendants of the immigrants, and you know there are immigrants who come to America and do good. You know, this is supposed to be the land of opportunity where the streets are paved with gold. And yet, that's all I see is pussies and morons and crybabies crying about this and crying about that. And no one's coming up with any fucking solutions to problems. I mean, is there anyone else besides me who's sick of the war on drugs? Lex Luthor could fix the war on drugs, man. Please forgive me. I'm just ranting and raving, and my parents are having a conversation. I'm trying to listen to it at the same time. But I think having people saying that Superman is woke and that Superman is a bad movie and blah, blah, blah. I mean, just the first comic book movie that had color and hope and made you feel good. You know, I mean, this was everything. This was a living, breathing comic book for the first time in a long time, where it was a great movie. And that's all I see is little haters being bitches. And Ultraman is. Why did they have to? He was apparently used. This movie is a reflection of where we are in America right now. And it's just stupid. In America, we have some stupid... We're a nation of stupid motherfuckers. And, you know, it's angering me. We have bigger problems than a movie trying to get a message out there. And the message wasn't really there to begin with, man. You're all looking for rabbit holes to chase, man. Fucking fools. Alright. Now we're going to get back to my top 5 Supermans of all time before I say something that's going to get me canceled. Alright. You know, I'm going to set myself up with a Rumble account. And if I say some offlandish shit there, at least I'll get away with it. And people can treat me the way they want to treat me, and I don't care. But I'm not going to jeopardize 10 years worth of hard work because people are pissing me off. I mean, Superman was created by 2 Jewish kids who immigrated into this country and did good, and then got fucked over by a corporation when they went to fight in World War II. You know, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster sold the character of Superman to national periodicals. That's what they were known as at the time before they became DC. For $120 fucking dollars. And that was divided between Jerry and Joe. All right? They didn't get any type of severance until 1976, whenever the Christopher Reeve Superman movie came out. And then Jerry Siegel famously cursed the character. Yeah. Jerry Siegel put a curse on Superman, bro. Because corporate motherfuckers, and I have nothing against corporate motherfuckers. I say, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Greed is good. Greed is great. Pow, pow, pow. Bang, bang, bang. Get all the coinage in your pocket. Pimps up, hoes down. But that's besides the point. These are my top 5 people who played Superman in live action. I'm going to take, not like I did a couple weeks ago, I'm going to take animation out of the forefront. And at number 5, it's going to be Ryan Driller. Ryan Driller played Superman in the majority of the Superman porn parodies by Axel Braun. Or there was a porn parody for the Christopher Reeve Superman movie. There was Superman vs. Batman XXX, which is better than the actual movie. Recognized. Then he was in the entire Axel versus Superman. Ryan Driller, he stuck it awesome. The Superman porn parodies are great. And I try to get Ryan on a future episode. Then you got Tom Welling. Tom Welling was 10 years. Never played Superman. Played an amazing Clark Kent. All right. Kicked ass and took names. And if anyone can help me book Allison Mack, I mean, Allison Mack should just own up to what she did and do OnlyFans. I mean, Allison Mack, and granted, she is a registered sex offender, but unfortunately, you can't book her for a convention anymore. You can't. No studio's gonna touch the poor woman. Yeah, Bill Cosby goes free. That's a fucking double standard, but that's another fucking story. It's me, it's the Bill Cosby. I get to give everyone a split as a pudding pop. And I give them the fentanyl, and I put them under, and I put my 2-inch pop, Jello pudding pop in there with the mouse. And he spent some time, whatever the fuck. But his biggest crime was making that live action Fat Albert movie. That movie sucks dick. Fuck the live action Fat Albert movie. It's bad. It's really, really super bad, that Fat Albert live action movie. I don't know what drugs they were smoking that day. I don't know what deals we were made with Mephisto to get it making. It was just fucking horrible. But poor Allison Mack. No. And granted, she did assault people. She did have her initials branded into girls' vaginas and shit. But they signed up for that willingly. At certain points. So I think Allison Mack should, start doing porn. She should get on the OnlyFans. And I think she would kick ass and take names. But if anyone can help me book a interview with Allison Mack, I'll pay a bounty for that. I don't know what I'll pay yet, but I would pay a bounty on that shit. She just walked up in the sunset after getting released from jail and shit. And I also, so we got Ryan Driller, Tom Welling, Christopher Reeves. Yes, he's number 3. If you don't like it, bite me. Bite me. I mean, the Christopher Reeve movies are Americana. God rest his soul. He was an inspiration after the accident. But Superman 2 is still one of the greatest comic movies of all time, with Terrence Stamp as General Zod and Valerie Perrine as Tessmacher and all that good shit. But Superman 4 sucked. Superman 3 was, I give it a 3 out of 5, because they made Richard Pryor look like too much of a total goof. But it's still that Superman versus Clark fight is badass. You got Annette O'Toole's on the Lang with the sweet poontang. So I guess like the Christopher Reeves Foundation is still a great organization to support. God rest his soul. He's an entire generation Superman. Superman 2 is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. It's one of the few of my top 10 favorite movies of all time that isn't a Kevin Smith movie or a porno. But the movies are pretty dated at times too. Number 2 is Kirk Allen. Kirk Allen was the first live-action Superman ever. I mean, I know someone portrayed him in the World's Fair in New York before that, but the first on-screen, non-animated, because the greatest ever piece of media for Superman is the Fleischer cartoons. Like the Fleischer cartoons may be some of the best TV/film/animation of all of history. With Bud Clavier playing the fucking role. But yeah, Kirk Allen played him in the first serial. I watched Superman versus the Atom Man, I believe. Because it was also the first live action Luthor. And great stuff. But the greatest Superman of all time, live action. And this Amazon, who's plays Superman in the new Superman movie? Amazon, talk to me, you stupid bitch. Amazon, who plays Superman in this new movie?
Here are some theaters playing Superman near you today. Box Office Cinemas at 9:30 p.m. Flagship Premium
Amazon, just shut the fuck up.
9:50 p.m. Cinemark Willowbrook Mall and XD at 8:40 p.m., 8:50 p.m., 10:45 p.m., 11:15 p.m.
Amazon, shut up. David a Cruiser or something? He's a runner-up right now. Tyler Hoechlin is a real major guy. He did an amazing job. Dean Cain is a runners-up. Just like I said, I don't agree with everything that comes out of his mouth, but I still think he put a decent Superman. I just wish he would shut the fuck up with certain things. Just because you play Superman doesn't make you an authority on the character. And Superman doesn't represent one part of America. He represents every part of America. But George Reeves is the Superman. The Adventures of Superman from 1953 to 1956. 120 episodes. Truth, Justice, The American Way. Jack Larson as Jimmy Olsen. Ann O'Neill as Lois Lane. Just Kellogg's sponsoring it. And if I can find them, because I don't think I have a guest for Wednesday's show yet, I will. Sometime between when I do my Instagram live on Sunday, and I, come on Wednesday, I find a way to. And if I don't have a guest by Tuesday night for Wednesday, I will fucking show the Kellogg's commercials. All right, maybe I'll just open up with the Kellogg's commercials with George Reeves, and they're great. It's just amazing. But like I said, we just need to stop being so divided in this country, and we need to start looking at some of the bigger issues like homelessness, and we need to make drugs legal across the board, make prostitution legal across the board. Lower the age of consent to 16. Make adulthood 16. Everyone should be a legal adult, meaning they're no longer minors by the age of 16. Do you realize how much power 16-year-olds in this country have, man? They can legally drop out of high school. They can drive a car. They can legally divorce their parents. They can get abortions. But yet they can't do anything else. But they have to wait 18 before they can own a gun or smoke a cigarette. And after 18, you can join the military. You can vote for the president. You can fuck up your life by taking out a student loan. Don't be a fool. Drop out of school. College is bullshit. College is the biggest lie this country's ever sold us. Paying $100,000 for a piece of fucking paper. You take your college degree and then you take toilet paper and you wipe your ass with both of them. It's the same thing, man. College is a modern day slavery, and I fucking said it. I'll say it one more time. College is modern day slavery. It's a way to keep young people in debt forever and ever more. So don't be a fool. Drop out of school. Fuck that shit.
Posted out of it. Graphic avatar. Clickable. Share your referral link. List with one item.
I got referral links?
Speech on. Law. Status bar item. 8:36 p.m. Speech on.
I'm gonna leave a little early tonight. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Because we're headed towards a civil war and it's starting to piss me off. We need to get our priorities straight. Go see Superman. It's an amazing movie. I'm still not going to spoil it to next week. I'm just going to say it's at the end of the day, it's a story about a boy and his dog. This crypto is the shit. Buy those facsimiles of Adventure Comics 210. They're still pretty cheap. Buy the uncorrected version if you can. They're polybagged. Open it if you find one with that golden ticket. Grade that shit. Remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you; it's what you do about it. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Remember. This is America, the greatest country in the world. If you don't like America, do me a favor, get the fuck out. Please try to learn to speak the language, or get one of those cool AI translator things where you can talk in whatever language you have, and it will translate in a computer voice to English. All right. Remember, man, this is where the streets are paved with gold. But that's all you need is $1, a dream, some hope, a good crime, a little bit of will. You get out what you put in. That's what she said. As you fucker. You fucker gently. But I'm gonna end before I sign off by reciting something I created back at this summer camp for the blind called Camp Nassau. This goes out to my homie Joey Tramp, who's watching me up in heaven, probably telling me to watch my language. But we made up the song about Canal Street in New York City, which used to be one of the most famous prostitute strolls back in the day. So Joey, my brother, I hope you're up in heaven, doing radio broadcasts and watching me from heaven, making fun of me, telling me to watch my language. But walking down Canal Street, knocking on every door, goddamn son of a bitch, wanted to find a whore, finally found a whore. She was nice and thin, Goddamn son of a bitch. Couldn't get it in. Finally got it in. Squished it all about. Goddamn son of a bitch. Couldn't get it out. Finally got it out. It was red and sore. The moral of the story. The moral of the story is never fuck a whore. Especially on Canal Street. And Joey, that's for you. I miss and love you every day, brother. It's a friend of mine who died from cancer back in high school. And he introduced me to my ever best friend, Julie. And life is just about family, friends, pursuing your dreams, taking care of yourself and those you love. I'm going to say, blind out, I'm out. Love you all. See you next week.
Out of list. Buttons. Awesome sauce. Button edit live. Clickable button cancel. Clickable button restart. Clickable button pause. Clickable button end stream. End stream button. Outro. Clickable button set outro. Button not yet. Button end stream. Button ends.
Amazon